I'm gonna make some maple kale chips today. These are one of my favorite snacks. I make them all the time. I'll make an entire batch and then just eat them in one sitting. Got one bunch of kale. It's organic kale, so it's a little bit on the small side. Often you'll find really big bunches. I bought it about a week ago, so it's a little bit floppier than when you buy it straight out of the store. This actually makes a better kale chip because it doesn't take as long to bake as when it's fresh and really crispy. So first we're gonna start off by washing it. So I like to break off the kale onto a clean tea towel just so that I'll be able to shake off some of the excess moisture. So once you've torn your bite-sized kale chips onto a clean tea towel, I like to just wrap them up into the tea towel and give them a little bit of a shake. This just gets rid of some of the excess water that's on there. The water will just cause the kale to steam a little bit and it'll take a little bit longer to make the chips. Once you've shaken off lots of the moisture, you can just put your kale into a bowl. We've got a bowl full of kale here. It's kind of the light shade of green, which is what you see whenever you buy kale in the store. A lot of people say that, there's kind of a bitter flavor whenever they have the kale like this. So for me, the key to having fabulous kale, whether it's in a salad or a chip, is to massage this kale. So to massage the kale, we're going to start off with 1 tablespoon of oil. Today I'm using some grapeseed oil. And you just want to drizzle that over your kale. Then you'll take a ½ teaspoon of salt. I'm just using regular sea salt here. A ½ teaspoon of salt, and you're going to sprinkle it over. So once you've sprinkled that on there, you're just going to get in there and massage the kale until it turns a nice bright green. So it's all massaged now, nice, bright, vibrant green. It's nice and evenly covered with oil and salt. Once you've massaged your kale with the oil and salt, you're going to take another tablespoon, so that's the same amount of oil that you used, a tablespoon of maple syrup, and you're going to drizzle that over. I like to add the oil before I add the maple, just to make sure that they're evenly coated with the oil, and then I can add the maple. It's kind of nice whenever you add maple. It doesn't have to be evenly coated. It's kind of nice when you get one chip that's a little bit sweeter than the rest of them. Now we've got our kale. It's all massaged. It's got the tablespoon of oil, the tablespoon of maple, and a ½ teaspoon of salt. So we're going to put these onto our pan and just spread them out nice and evenly. They're not going to be uniform, it's not going to be perfect, but they are going to be delicious. So our kale chips have been in the oven for about 40 minutes. I did them at 20-minute intervals at 225 degrees and flipped them at halfway. So they're all done now. Let's see how they turned out. Look at that beautiful crispy kale chip. Now that's a kale chip.